Right, so here we go again. Thursday, the 1st of October, the assumed date from the contacts that she's actually talked about, which I mentioned, which Judy mentioned as being part of, came from Charlie Ward's videos, or Bruce, or the Fleming information, military information. So this Thursday, the 1st of October, with the quantum financial system fully online for 209 nations, fiscal year's start of business in gold asset-backed currency, there was expected to be an announcement of the restored republic, in other words, America's republic being restored, or America being restored to a republic, and full implementation of the Nasara in the US and Gesara worldwide. So why the word restored republic is because America has been an incorporated, just as Britain or England is. England is run by Westminster. The British, that's not England. It's not Ireland. It's not Scotland. It's like a collection of, under the term UK, United Kingdom. Well, it's not all that united, actually. So by November, we could throw away those worries about the fixed US presidential election by not requiring voter IDs and stuffed ballot box with fake mail-in voters. Dr. Ward's intel indicated that with the quantum computer up and running, we would vote over our computer or phone using a transparent digital blockchain system. So technology has come to the fore. The new tax system was expected to be between 13% and 17% on purchases of new non-essential items only. No tax on food, medicine, and or wages. Now, what was interesting, I was looking through my documents that I'd saved, and I came across a very interesting one that I'd saved about the coming of the Weimar Republic, and I will do a YouTube on it, a video on it on another occasion. But there's a very interesting book which I've not read. It was in the Rudolf Steiner bookshop in London, and it was the bankers. The title was something like "The Bankers Declare War on Germany," or "The Bankers Declare War on Hitler," or one of those, and it's a very interesting title. So maybe you can do a search for that. Interesting. So to continue, here we've got August the 29th by Jerry, The Great Awakening. Our biggest challenge in this great awakening is the deep state stroke cabal stranglehold on social media, dishonest news organizations, and internet censorship. Wouldn't you agree? This corruption spills over into banking, the financial market, and of course our money supply. Now, YouTube have censored me on one of the videos I did, and I've got to deal with that. They've given me 7 days, so I'm not quite sure if you can even get into my YouTube channel at the moment. I am likely to be changing a way that I can actually put my videos up, so watch out for that. If it suddenly goes down, do a search for Catania Alvin, or Catania Alvin something, or whatever, okay, because I will put it up in my, I intend to put it up in my name. It might be Minds, it might be Gabs, it might be, there are new ones coming on, but really we need a different way of making these videos and not relying on these two main organizations. Our victory, the GCR, and the taking back of our country will only happen when we have the free flow of information. Then, and only then, will true restoration flourish worldwide. I absolutely agree. While we've got censorship that is, it's not about hate speech. While we've got censorship, it is in this way, and in the way that it is being executed, which is executing the people that are trying to get the information, metaphorically executing them from having a voice, are trying to get information to others. So we are being censored in a very, very huge way. So information warfare, how powerful would your message of child abuse, satanic ritual, and the senseless murder of babies be if you were not censored? How much information and education of the public would you and your team accomplish if most of your content wasn't unilaterally deleted? Many Anons would be thrilled if the censorship were eliminated. Well, I think that is going to happen. I really do. And I think it because of the will, the honesty and the integrity of President Trump and his team. And I think that when couldn't think of the word for the moment, when the declassification comes out, then I think the world is going to see many who have either been executed, and I mean it in the literal sense, or are behind bars, are up in front of military tribunals. And the last count I saw posting was something like 180,000 indictments were in the process of being unsealed. So carrying on with reading here, at best, as I can tell, which is just here, okay, this international censorship of 95% of the news, social media and the internet is the reason why the RVGCR has yet to occur. Although the deep state stroke cabal is certainly blooded and beaten, they are obviously not completely defeated. To date, there is still the possibility of significant chaos, retaliation and insurrection. Interesting. Here we are in this next line. It is not enough for POTUS to use the current communication system to announce, my fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. It, in quotes, it wouldn't be effective. The deep state, the real hidden enemy, is simply too entrenched in government, in the media, in banking business and law enforcement. Just think of the wide reach of each of those huge corporations, of how huge that is. There's also one called Common Purpose, which is pretty shocking as well when you learn about that. Their beans and bullets, money and influence, must be completely obliterated, wiped out and utterly destroyed. There must be an entirely new system of communication to empathically overwhelm and overcome the deep state worldwide. New wine calls for new wineskins. That's good. New wine calls for new wineskins. So the good news. We have such technology. It would be fully implemented very soon. Up until now, however, this wonderful technology in its full capacity is being hidden from us in plain sight by the Alliance. They are doing so by presenting each component as harmless, unrelated, and as separate pieces. It is called Starlink, a man-made constellation collection of thousands of mini satellites. The company SpaceX has been sending thousands of these satellites in orbit since 2018. See Wikipedia below. How interesting. Okay, so Starlink, Wikipedia. Starlink is a satellite constellation being constructed by SpaceX, that's Elon Musk, to provide satellite internet access. Last launch, 18th of August 2020. Launch mass 227 to 260 kgs, that's 500 to 573 pounds, so that's kilograms to pounds. Launched 655 satellites. Tintin 2. I needn't read that, you can read it. Maiden launch 22nd of February 2018. Sounds like a harmless little new internet company, doesn't it? It's much more, much more.